First thing first, the things you will need to make this look. Bunny ears. You can get them at your local costume shop or even online. A toy gun. I chose Gangster Gun because it matched my look. Gold loose glitter. Silver loose glitter. Metallic gold paint. Metallic silver paint. Strong glue. LED lights. I chose the ones with 40 bulbs. Batteries for the lights. Needle and thread. Choose the color to match your ears. Foam brushes. You can use regular brushes as well. Start by unpacking the ears and gun. I'm using well-bond glue because it pretty much bonds anything, but you can also use spray glue. The reason I'm not using spray glue this time is because I'm using more than one color. If you're using one color for your costume, feel free to spray the entire gun and then just throw the glitter on top. Me being the simple girl that I am, I'm covering my countertop with parchment paper so I don't stain it with glue and other things. Get a couple foam brushes out. Prepare a paint tray. You can use a simple piece of cardboard like I am from my gun packaging. Now pour some paint, whichever color you're using, onto the tray. I recommend shaking the paint well to set an even mixture. I'm using 2 different golds to see which I like more. In the end, I end up using both together. And paint away. Don't be afraid if the first coat isn't solid or is streaky. The more layers you add, the more solid it will look. Pick and choose the parts that you're going to paint. I chose 3 parts that I'm going to paint gold. This paint dries fast, so you can add as many layers as you want for a nice solid look. I'm still deciding which parts to paint gold, so I'm doing it as I go along. Keep in mind that while the gun was drying, I was working on the bunny ears. I decided to paint the magazine drum gold as well. So that will make it 1, 2, 3, 4 gold pieces, and the rest will be covered in glitter. Don't be afraid if it's messy because you will cover the rest of the parts in glitter anyway, so they won't be seen. Now it's time to apply the glue to the frame of the gun. Make sure you get every nook and cranny so the glitter sticks. Now it's time to add the gold sparkles. As you can see, I started sprinkling it up first, but it would take forever. So open up that lid and just dump a small batch and spread it with your fingers. I recommend doing it one side at a time so you don't get glitter everywhere. Let your gun dry for a few minutes. We can now start doing the barrel of the gun. I'm doing silver for that part, but you can do any color you choose. I decided to add silver sparkles to the magazine drum as well to add a little bit more balance. So you can see the final result. You can do this in as many color combinations you want. I would normally paint the inside of the trigger gold as well, but I didn't have a brush handy at the time. Now we're going to start with the bunny ears. First thing first, untangle the LED lights. You want them as straight as possible. With the bunny ears, what we're going to do is sew the lights all around. Grab your sewing kit. I got one at the local dollar store. Now we will zigzag the lights. Since I have 40 bulbs, I need to make it shorter. Make sure all the bulbs are facing the same direction. Once you count how many you have, you want to make sure you spread them evenly. I have 40, so each ear will have 18 bulbs and in between there will be 4. To make it easier for yourself, sew the first and 18th bulb first. Start with the left ear. Grab the end of the lights and sew the first bulb onto the back edge of the ear, so it will stick out just lightly to see the light bulb and nothing else. You can sew it any way you're comfortable as long as it's solidly in place. I try to at least once run the thread through the little space between the bulb and the metal hole for extra stability. Now I'm going to sew the 18th bulb onto the other edge of the left ear. As you can see, you can only see the light and nothing else. That's the way we want to keep going. Now we're going to sew the 40th bulb, the one connected to the battery pack. Make sure your cord is long enough to hide the battery pack somewhere underneath your clothing or hair. Now sew the 22nd bulb onto the other edge of the right ear. After that's done and all the edges are sewn nice and tight, do the tips of the ear. Since it's an even 18 bulbs per ear, we're going to sew the 9th and 10th bulb right around each tip. Curve the metal around the ears and try to spread it out evenly. After that, sew the rest of the bulbs the same way. Remember to trim the thread at the end. Because we've sewn the lights so well, you're free to move the ears any which way and the lights will easily move as well with no fear of them coming undone. Now we will glam up the pink parts of the ear by adding glitter to it. Start by spreading the same glue used for the gun with the foam brush. Be careful not to get any on the fur as we don't want any glitter on that part of the ear. Once done with the glue, pour a little bit of silver and gold sparkles onto the counter. I decided to put gold at the bottom parts and silver at the tips for an ombre effect. Do the same thing for the other ear.